Does this come back to the soul searching that you talk about? Actually, Western nations now need to stop this imperialist expansion, stop stealing other people's resources, have some introspection, and work out how to become good neighbors.
Dear God, yes. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. You brought back the good neighbor policy. That was Franklin Roosevelt's security doctrine and economic doctrine, was to basically see the world as a community of mutual interest where people would be good neighbors and it's like that in your own neighborhood, right? If you live in a community where everybody hates and fears you because you might have the richest looking house, but you got it by stealing from everybody on your block, you are definitely not secure. You need to have a lot of private security at your house. You're always kind of paranoid leaving your house, letting your kids leave your house. Not a very secure state of mind. And I think that level of fear and paranoia really saturates the mind of the elites currently. And I don't think that they necessarily sleep well at night. You're dealing with certain psychological types that would rather rule in hell than serve in heaven, which is, I think, a dangerous thing considering that we have a world laced with nuclear warheads. The military-industrial complex didn't get less independent since John F. Kennedy was killed over half a century ago. This thing has become more dangerous in many ways. And I think a wounded animal in a corner is more dangerous than an animal free in the forest. So you can't expect necessarily logical self-interest to be the operating system in the case of the elites currently. But at the same measure, the script that they had been operating on for decades is no longer working. The things that they thought that they could get by the snap of a finger is being challenged and not working the way that they wanted it to. And there will be no smooth transition in the conventional sense, but there are better pathways to get at this in a more natural way. And I think one way is that acknowledging, like any drug addict should, that they have a problem is the first one. The financial system is one giant heroin overdose waiting to kill the patient. And we have to, if we're going to get out of the oncoming economic meltdown that will unleash greater devastation onto humanity than people can realize. So we have to admit that there's an unpayability, that the system is bankrupt.